G'day and welcome back to Dark Solar Gaming and another Farming Simulator 22 mod review. Today we are reviewing mod pack number 5. Yes, that's right, mod pack number 5 already from Stevie. This mod pack recreates a number of items from the Giant stable, updating some of their characteristics in relation to speed and color selection and things like that. So by and large, they're the same units as what you get with the defaulting Giants in the in-game mod hub. These ones have just been tuned a little bit extra. All right, so what have we got included in this pack? I'm glad you asked. We have with us, starting from the bottom three, we have the New Holland, we have the T8 Genesis series, we have the T9 series and the T9 Trac series, even though I didn't select the Tracs. Yes, I did. We've got Tracs over there. There's also the T8 Genesis with the float tyres, or the wide tyres you can see there. There's also the versatile four-wheel drive, the Rostal Smash 2375. We have from Case IH stable the Steiger AFS Connect, the Quad-Trac AFS, and the Rotrac AFS Connect. 3 of those sitting there. We also have the Roper Panther II unit, which has now been converted to do not only just potatoes, it does potatoes and sugar beets together, and also we have appropriate headers for that unit as well. We also then have the John Deere 8RX and the 9RX, and lastly, to round out this series of mods, we have the JCB Fast Trac 8330. All right, so a number of tractors there to get going at the higher end as well, which is going to be very helpful to a lot of you. But let's head into the shop and have a look at the specifics of what Stevie has actually changed for them. All right, we'll start off with the New Holland. So we have the T8 Genesis series. It's here. We have the T8 Genesis Float. We then have the T9 series and the T9 Tracs. So what we're going to do is have a look at the T8 Genesis. If we go back to the Giants version, way back over in here, the T8 Genesis series are up to 435 horsepower, variable CVT, 647 litre fuel tank, 50 kilometers per hour. The Stevie version, 351 to 435 horsepower, variable CVT, 647, up to 50 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's go and have a look at the actual specifics of the tractor itself. All the specs are basically the same. Tyre setup is pretty much the same as well. We have the standard fare of all the tyres available that we do normally. The 2 different types of Nokian, the Vredesteins, all that sort of good stuff. We have the T8 350. We have the T8 435, the 410, and the 380. They're the engine options we have. So that starts off with the 258 kilowatt, 351 horsepower, 350, and goes all the way up to the 320 kilowatt, 435 horsepower for the Genesis. There we go. Also gives Stevie's normal color palette. So we have all the colors that we can give to this. We can make it a crimson red if we wish. We could also make it a class green. We could tune it to be John Deere yellow. Or you could make it a onyx black, for instance, which looks quite nice as well. All right. Nice how the filter color there is that blue. That sort of really offsets that, doesn't it? All right. So that's the T8S Genesis series. Now, the T8 Float is basically the same and just has the ability to get the float tires, which are, I think it was it Trelleborgs? I think it was Trelleborgs. Have a look, see if we can find them. All the different tyre options. Wasn't Nokians. BKTs. There we go. The wide tyres. There we go. There's the floats. That's the only difference with this one, really. Basically, we have these tyres available. Same colour options available, all that sort of stuff as well. Same engine. T8 350 Genesis, all the way up through to the 435 Genesis. And we have the same colour palette available to us as well. If you want to go jet black, you got jet black. You may want to make it a nice little pink color. But whatever you want to do, you can basically do it with Stevie's update. So that looks fantastic. So that's the T8 Genesis, both the normal and with the float wheels. T9 series, we have the 2 versions of the T9. We have the standard T9 series, which is through here. Again, stock standard wheels. They all sort of come with it. That's fine. Engine setup, we have the T9 480, which is a 345 kilowatt, 469 horsepower, 50 kilometer per hour speed. That again goes up to the 530, the 565, 600. I think 645 is the last one. No, 700. The 700 is the last one. That's $111,500 extra, mind you, but it takes you up to 509 kilowatts, 692 horsepower. Again, color options are made available to you as well. Okay, so there we go. That's the T9. T9 Tracked Edition. Similarly, same specs in relation to the engine, goes up to the 700, although the 700 in this instance only $82,500 difference to the 682 horsepower. Main color options we have available to us. We can change the colors as we so desire. No option for changing track colors or anything else like that, as in the sprockets and everything. Just bog standard there in that regard. So not many options for that one, but that's okay. That's how it's meant to be. So that's it for the New Holland. Next off, we have the Versatile. So the Versatile in here, so we have the standard Versatile is a 583 665 horsepower, power shift 1298 litre, runs at 40 kilometres per hour. The Stevie version, exactly the same power and speed and all that sort of stuff, so there's not much difference there. The difference lay in when we go into the actual unit itself, we have the ability to change our colours. So if you don't like the red and the yellow, or that orangey yellow of the Versatile, then you can change it to whatever you would feel free to. So there you go. So you could actually change it to, leave that there. If you want to make it look like a class, then you can do so. Or you may want to make it look like a New Holland and just paint it all in New Holland blue. Whoops. Or New Holland blue. And then put, there you go. That actually doesn't look too bad either. But yeah, that's the Versatile. So 4-wheel drive 430 starts at 429 kilowatt, 583 horsepower, and goes up to the 620, which gives you 489 kilowatt, 665 horsepower. Standard wheel fare available. They've got all those options available, but the color option is the primary change. All right, next we're going to head off and have a look at the case equipment. Okay, so here we go. We got the Quad-Trac AFS, the Road-Trac AFS, and the Steiger AFS. And again, I'm not going to go through the full details of these. Same sort of thing will apply with these, what happens with the normal ones. So we're going to have a look at the Quad-Trac. 385 kilowatt, 524 horsepower to start with. Goes up to the Quad-Trac 620, which is 509 kilowatt, 692 horsepower, 40 kilometer per hour road speed limit, 1722 litre fuel tank, and 250 litre depth. And it gives us the colouring options as the main change. So there you have it. So that's the Quad-Trac AFS Connect. And then you can also do the same with the Road-Trac AFS Connect and also the Steiger AFS Connect. So all those are available there. 506,000, 488,500, and 402,000. All right, next off the queue is Roper. Okay, so with the Roper, we have the Panther II by Stevie. So let's have a look at if there's any difference between this and the base unit. If we go back down here to the base unit, all the way back down here. So 700 horsepower, variable CVT, 1340 kilometer per hour speed with a 30 cubic meter capacity. And if we go into here, the change is we've got same power, same CVT, same fuel, 10 kilometers quicker, 50 kilometers per hour, and it's got a capacity of 30 cubic meter up to 120 cubic meter. The difference also is the fact it will do both potato and sugar beets. I think you'll find the old Panther only did the sugar beets. So that gives that option. Now, if of course you want to be a bit of a purist and only use this for the sugar beets, you do have the headers. I think he's made the headers. Oh, there we go. You have just a pure potato header you can use, for instance, on the other unit. What's this one? The Tiger. Or you've got that unit there. So I'm not so sure. What we've got, the 9X45. I think that one there perhaps is missing the sugar beets. Don't know. Anyway, you got four to choose from there. So you got the normal speed, and then you got the high speed, which is 18 kilometers per hour. so it ups your speed in the field. It's self-harvesting by 8 kilometers per hour. We've got two different types of headers to choose from. A high speed or a normal speed will do both the sugar beets and the potatoes, along with the Panther II with extended capacity. And along with the capacity, as you can see here, so standard is the 30 cubic meter, and then go to the 60 cubic meter, and then 120 cubic meter. And you also do have the color choice available as well. Main body only. Rim color you can change as well, but that's your color choices there. Wheel setup, standard as per what Giants give you, but that's all tickety-boo there. All right, so that's the roper equipment. Next, we're going to look at the John Deere tractors. So next up, we have the two John Deere tracked vehicles. We have the John Deere 8RX and the John Deere 9RX. Again, we'll go and have a look at the base stats of the equivalent version from Giants. Come all the way back down here. The 8RX. So 357, 458 horsepower, variable CVT, 851 litre and 40 kilometre per hour. And we go to here. So same horsepower and motor specs, variable CVT is the same, fuel's the same, 10 kilometres an hour quicker. Okay, what it also gives us is the ability to change the colour. So if you don't like the John Deere green, you can get rid of it. Fortunately, you can't get rid of the labels, and you can't change the colour of the tracks. So, well, you can change the colour of the chassis. You're still going to have the green and yellow tracks. That's not so much of a problem. It just depends on what you want to colour it as to what it's going to look good with. Anyway, track setup, you have EU and you have stainless steel US. They look quite nice and quite shiny. And you have the US 2 and the stainless steel US. Yeah, so we got the US, stainless steel US, US 2, stainless steel US 2, and then the EU. I failed to see what the difference was between the US 2 and the US. Oh, a bit wider. Okay. All right. Anyway, so that's it for the 8RX. Same options are available. Start off with the 8RX with the 310 engine spec, which is the 263 kilowatt, 357 horsepower, and that goes up to the 410, which is 337 kilowatt, 458 horsepower. Okay, similarly for the 9RX, again, this one's got an increased speed of 10 kilometers per hour. Same set of options as before. Track setup. Got various in there with those, which is nice. You've got the main color setup, so again, you can change the color of the chassis accordingly. And if you're going to do that, you'd have the stainless ones, I would say. But anyway, 9470, I should say, RX engine setup is 380 kilowatt to 517 horsepower, and that goes up to the 9620, which gives you 493 kilowatt with 670 horsepower available. Design, you've got the EU design, you've got the US design. The EU adds the little hazard markers there, and the US has them removed. And that's pretty much it. So that is the 9RX series. That's the John Deere equipment. And last but not least, we have to cover off is the JCB Fast Track. And here we have it. So the Fast Track 8330, edited by Stevie. So the 8330 by default is 348 horsepower, variable CVT, 600 litre fuel tank, 70 kilometers per hour operating speed, 11.9 tonne. And the Stevie version is the same specs, 348 horsepower, 435 horsepower, variable CVT, 600 litre, 70 kilometers per hour, 119. Anyway, the difference being, again, is the fact that we've got the colour selection available. So we can change up the colour of our JCB to whatever we like it to be if we don't like the stock standard JCB yellow. But yeah, that's it. That's all of them. So let's go back and we'll just have a look at all of these items out here in front of the store. I haven't got all the different options available. We've just got them out here. But basically, like I said before, they are the same as the in-game Mod Hub stuff from Giants. So there's not a lot of difference in here. It's just the fact that Stevie's taken the time to give us the color option and some slight increase in speed or operating capacity as desired. And I think that's fantastic. I mean, that's all we need sometimes, just that little bit extra, like the fact that you may have a really big field you want to run. Instead of emptying the rope out all the time, you want something that's a little bit bigger. Yeah, okay, it might not be super realistic, but hey, there are some people that like to run these huge 4 times and 8 times map, and they actually want something that actually can hold a bit of stuff. So it gives you that ability to do that. And there you go. So that is the Mod Pack number 5 by Stevie. It's available only from Stevie's Facebook page. The link will be down below. Please make sure you respect our modders. Don't go to these aggregated mod sites and encourage them to steal mods from modders. And if you wish to support Steve with all the work he does for us as a farming sim community, then feel free to drop a $5 donation or a coffee donation to his PayPal, which is linked on his page as well. He doesn't ask for anything. He doesn't push for it. Doesn't try and put on giants to make any money from them either. So he just makes these for the community and then puts them out there along with his maps. So go and support Stevie. Tell him Ducks Ollie sent you, and I'm sure he'd be more than happy to hear from you. But again, thanks Stevie for all your hard work. Thanks to all our modders for their hard work for Farming Sim. It is greatly appreciated. But nonetheless, that is it for the mod review. So thanks very much for watching. If you like the episode or the review, please press that like button. Also consider subscribing to the channel. And of course, apart from anything else, take care of yourselves and loved ones. We'll see you again very, very soon back here at Ducks Ollie Gaming for more Farming Simulator 22 mod reviews. See you all later. Bye.